Hi, I'm here today to talk to you about Cambridge Technical Level 3 Applied Science that we offer at Beacon. I'm going to give you some ideas about what the course is, about how it's different from the other A-level provision that we offer, how it's similar as well. Hopefully you'll find out what Cambridge Technicals are all about, and hopefully what this course is all about, who it's for, who it's would be good for, and the type of projects that you will need to create. So what are CTECs? Well, CTECs are, the ground level, they are the equivalent to an A-level. UCAS points, everything, they are exactly the same, but there are 5 units that need to be covered, and they all cover various aspects of biology, chemistry and physics. So there is our first major difference. This covers the 3 sciences, whereas obviously if you opt to do one A-level, it will only cover one area. 2 of the units are assessed via exams, which you can retake, which is a difference from the A-level, with the highest mark taken for your final accreditation. And the other 3 units are portfolio based. This is the biggest difference to A-level, that you have 3 coursework elements. Now, it ends up being 50-50 exam to coursework and final accreditation. But again, that's very different from A-level, which is 100% exam. So Applied Science is a course that's designed as a vocational course, a true vocational course, which means it is done in industry, in all places where people do science in the workplace. It can be done, taken on with adding on units, it can be done all the way up to degree level. And people working in laboratories and research stations around the country use it to gain qualifications. The first 2 units, so I want to talk about the exam ones again, just to remind you that they are mandatory, but you can retake them. You don't have to, but you can retake them, and your best mark will always be taken. The first one is Science Fundamentals, which builds on your GCSE knowledge in key areas of biology, chemistry and physics, and pushes them up to A-level standard. Obviously, we do that in class, running through each of those units to get you up to the level you need to. Unit 2 is all about laboratory techniques, modern laboratory techniques, things like volumetric analysis, titration, mass spectroscopy, chromatography, gas chromatography. All of those techniques you need to understand not only how they work, but what the readouts would look like, how you interpret, you do analysis with them. And obviously, again, that's a separate exam that can be taken. The portfolio units, there's 3 of them. Again, they are mandatory. We have no choice in which ones we can do. Are 60 guided learn now, so slightly less than the exam ones, but obviously it adds up to 180, just like the other bit did. So Unit 6, Control of Hazards in the Laboratory, is all about working, being a manager, being a technician in a modern laboratory, about what the legal requirements are, hazards are, the equipment that you would use, the PPE that you would have to be able to use, identifying hazards and risks and working safely in that environment. So there's a lot of practical elements of that, making sure that you are working safely for you and your colleagues around you. Unit 18 is Microbiology, where we study not only pathogens, obviously disease-causing microorganisms, but also the ones that are useful to us, are used in brewing, bread making, food production, all those kind of things. And we make a food product as well during that module. Unit 21 is product testing, where you go through a series of real products that can be bought off the shelf and we test them. For example, we look at the level of chloride ions in eye wash. We look at the amount of caffeine there is in tea. We look at various products and we test them to see, using the techniques that you've learned in Unit 2, to see if we can find out what they're actually in there. So who should choose it? Well, if you have an interest in science, especially practical science, you'd like to keep studying biology, chemistry and physics beyond GCSE, then this is for you. Are you the kind of person that's good at doing coursework, meeting deadlines, those kind of things? If so, this could be the course for you. But remember, there are examinations that you need to take. Each module is broken up into tasks, and each task has a sheet which you are provided with, which gives you the information on what you need to do to be successful, the criteria you're going to be assessed against, and how you can get the highest possible grade in each task. So if you're good at working independently, obviously with support, you have the opportunity to get up to Distinction Star using the information that you have. If you need further information on either Cambridge Technicals or the course specification, there are some links here you can follow. Obviously, the course specification will give you more detail on what is involved in each unit, because I've just given you the broad overview. If you have any questions for me, my email address is at the bottom there. Feel free to contact me. And obviously, I can share some more resources with you via email if you would like them. Okay, thanks for listening.